Now with one of our faves, Chandra Wilson. You have known her for years as Dr. Miranda Bailey on Grey's Anatomy, and she's here to talk about the brand new season. Give it up for Dr. Bailey. Dr. Bailey's in there. Wonderful to lay my eyes on you again.
Oh, goodness.
22 seasons.
Yeah.
450th episode just aired, and it was, dare I say, an explosive start.
You know how we have to do.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, so basically we ended last season knowing that we were coming into another milestone number. And even when I think about 450, sometimes it doesn't seem like that big a number, but when you say that it takes 21 years to get there, then that's when you really realize, wow, that's huge. It's huge what we've been able to do. I know,
and the following that you have had for all those years, I mean, people are so incredibly devoted. I want to show a little bit of a clip people can see the new season. Here it is.
You are no longer at the bottom of the surgical food chain. You are responsible for teaching them, from running codes to finding the cafeteria. They will mess up, and when they do, it is on you to fix it.
You are such a boss. I mean, even when I hear your voice, I kind of stand up.
It's like, oh yeah, that's her.
I know, but not only your character is a mentor on the show, you personally, Alexis Floyd, who started. You know, we saw her on a special event and how you were like coaching her a little bit. So even yourself, you do that.
I mean, everything has to be about passing it forward, right? Taking the lessons that you learn and passing that forward. So whether it's new actors, new series regulars that come onto the show, especially when I'm directing, and I usually always have a shadow director or two that are with me during that to pass that information forward so then they could take it and
you remember how it was.
Absolutely. You feel like completely naked, right? Like you don't know what it is that you're doing half the time. I came from theater, so I knew stage, but I really didn't understand television. And especially now when you're coming into a show that's been around as long as we have, I'm sure they feel like, where do I fit into this picture? And I take it upon myself to say, you're here because you did that audition, you were chosen, don't worry about that part anymore, right? So now, make your own mark.
They need to hear that, and they hear it from someone like yourself. Do people stop you on the street and ask you for medical advice?
I don't even understand why.
Do they really?
I'm sure they know that they're joking, and I just reinforce the fact that I don't know about any of that, but I do know how to call 911.
There you go. So that's the advice that you give them. But you also are a trendsetter because if memory serves me correctly, early on you were pregnant.
Yes.
And it was written into the show.
Yes.
And now there have been a lot of Grey's babies.
We've had
and your son's now 20.
Yes,
Michael?
yes, my son turns 20 this month. Wow, 20 years since since Bailey was pregnant, and so basically he was the first show baby, and in our cast that have come through over the years, we've had at least 36 births in our cast, so it's pretty amazing.
36?
Yeah. I think I stopped counting at 36.
What is in the water over there? I mean, we've had a few over here, but not.
Yeah, and I never would have thought that. My first instinct was to get in touch with Shonda and say thank you so much for allowing me to play Dr. Bailey for the first season, and I understand that I'll have to step away now, to where she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't be ridiculous. And that was news to my ears. It just was news.
And that was part of Shonda Land and Shonda Rhimes, how she changed the industry.
Absolutely.
Because before that would not be the case.
Yeah, you'd be out. That was it.
Yeah. So what do you want folks that are going to be tuning in again after all this time? What can they expect? I'm not going to ask you to give up any of the secrets or anything like that, but just let them know.
We say thank you a lot on our show. Thank you to the fans, especially. We love to throw back to things that they'll remember from prior seasons. And our showrunner now, Meg, said to me, you know what? We're about dropping in kernels of hope wherever we can put it, because we need that. as much as possible. Little kernels of hope through all the crazy stuff that we do.
Right.
But there's still something in there to say, okay, we're doing it. We can go on. You know, we're okay.
And we need to hear that more
we
so
do.
than ever.
Yes,
more
we
so
do.
than ever. Chandra Wilson, thank you so much.
Yay, my pleasure.
Just so happy for the entire cast. And
Yes,
thank you for the
yeah.
joy.
Yeah.
Thank you for that light
Yes.
that you bring for
Yes.
22 seasons
my
and
goodness.
counting.
It emanates from everyone in our company.
I know it does. It comes through.
Amazing. We are so excited that you are here with us today, and I just can't wrap my head around this, that this is the 22nd season. You guys just had the 450th episode?
Yeah, it is
How is that
hard
possible?
for me to wrap my head around it too, and especially when I think about 450 episodes, but it's not until I attach 21 years to that
crazy.
that I realize, wow, that's a lot.
an
That's a
accomplishment.
lot. Yeah. Yeah.
We recently posted a video with Alexis Floyd, and she was talking about how you welcomed her to this set. And you're like one of the OGs. I mean, the real fans know and they love you. So what is your advice for any of the newcomers, their first time on a Grey's Anatomy set?
It was advice that I got actually with the first series regular position that I had been in on a show called Bob Patterson. Our director said, you guys did the audition, you're here, you made it, you don't have to keep auditioning. Now, make the thing your own. Bring your own contribution in. And that's what I talked to them about. You know, show us what, you know, what flavor, right?
Yeah.
That you get to add to this thing. Don't worry that it's been here for as long as it's been here. There's a reason
Make it
that
your
you're
own.
here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I love that. That's part of what makes the show, I think, so successful
Very
and
much
so
so.
enduring. You know, I do have to ask you, because I often wonder about, you know, actors who have played medical professionals for so long. I don't know how you get through all that medical jargon, but do people come up to you and ask you for a little, you know, subtle medical advice here and there?
It doesn't do them any good, so I really don't know. And the medical jargon, it really doesn't get any easier over time at all. I'm learning things phonetically, basically. That, you know, that's the only way that it comes out with any type of fluidity, right? To play like little mind games with myself in order to do that. But it is really important to us to, you know, give the semblance that we have some idea what it is that we're doing.
I think you play it
More
off
than a
pretty well. I was
semblance,
going to say, I'm pretty sure you play it off pretty well. I mean, we were just talking during the break about your son turning 20 now, 20
Yeah.
years old.
He was our first show baby,
The first
actually.
show baby. Oh, look at him there. Oh, my
yes,
goodness.
yeah.
So handsome. And you were pregnant during season two.
Yeah.
And what I love about this show and it being on for so long is so many generations now identify with Grey's.
Yes.
I mean, what has that been like for you and talking to your own children and now their friends are watching the show too?
And we are the kind of show that people like to either watch by themselves under the covers, recovering from something, or in a group, right?
Yeah.
Because when the show first started, it was, you know, college campuses and all the roommates watching, right? Nobody saying anything during that time. And so for all of those folks who have grown up and had their own kids and now their kids are watching, oh, I just aged myself a lot. But anyway, and you know, they're watching together and saying things like, oh, okay, I can't tell you what's coming, and you know, that's such a compliment to us. At how people feel about the stories, and that that's the thing that still drives our show is the storytelling.
Yeah.
And the storytelling is amazing, and it's just been so wonderful to see, and all of us, you know, growing up with you and the entire cast, it's just been remarkable.
This place
So
was buzzing when they said you were coming in, by the way. Everyone's big fans of you, so it's such a treat.
That's good news.
Thank you so much. And congratulations on season 22. You can, of course, catch Grey's Anatomy on Thursdays at 10, 9 Central here on ABC and streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.